I'm Brett Williams. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I've been in the field of mental health for the last 20 years. Been married myself for the last 19 years and have two children, Wesley and Trevor. I'm also the founder and director of the Practice of Love, which is a counseling service that provides love-based solutions for couples, and the author of You Can Be Right or You Can Be Married, love-based solutions for couples.
Brett, the divorce rate has been reported to be as high as 67%.
Yeah.
What's happening? And in particular, what can men do to help improve their relationships?
Well, instead of me just talking to you about what I think is going wrong, let me show you what's going on. If you could put up your hand for a moment. What happens in a normal, loving relationship, there's a lot of softness and there's a lot of give and take. But when my attention or my love becomes locked onto an issue more than I'm locked onto you, it becomes a rigidity. And when I become rigid, you become rigid. And if I continue to push my rigidity onto you, eventually you'll disengage. And that's what's happening in relationships. Eventually, the couples separate to avoid conflict.
I got home the other day, I opened up the credit card bill, a $300 bill. Couldn't believe it.
But it's not that big of a deal.
It is a big deal. We don't
We
have
do
that
this
kind of
all
money
the
right
time.
now.
We have this conversation all the time.
Every single
But you
time.
tell
Every
me
month.
this
We go
all
over
the
this
time.
every month. Every single month, I open up the credit card bill. Whoa, boom, there's a surprise.
Do you guys see what you're fighting about? Can you guys hear yourselves? What are you guys really fighting about?
Spending.
You really think this is about spending? It's not about spending. It's about who's right and who's wrong. You keep telling her she's wrong. She keeps getting defensive and telling you that you're wrong. That's all you guys are stuck on. The two will become particularly polarized around the issue of right and wrong. Not because it's a power struggle or about control, but because when I push my issues over you or over the relationship, that's a violation of you, and you feel wronged. Once you feel wronged, you're going to naturally push back, and then that's when we get locked into these battles, or what I call right fights, over who's right and who's wrong.
So what do? Teach communication skills?
Men will never be women. They'll never be good communicators, but that's not the issue. It doesn't matter, because what we need to do is we need to keep that softness that's going on in the relationship between the man and the woman whenever there's a dialogue going on. Teaching husbandry, which I think of as how men can become better husbands to their spouses, what I emphasize instead is how they can bring love to the relationship, and that way keep everything soft.
Brett, what do men need to know about love and how to make it work?
Well, simply, love is the free gift of our attention. And all you need to teach men to do is simply begin to bring attention back to their spouse. Let's try and refocus this a little bit. Yeah, good. Take a deep breath. Both of you guys. Take a breath. Take a breath. Chill.
Sorry, I get worked up about this stuff.
That's fine. The issue doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you two stay connected. So I need you to turn to her. Take her hand. Tell her something positive. Massage her hand. Put some energy into that. Focus on her for a second. Say something you appreciate about how she handles money.
Honey, I like the way that you control the finances. You pay all the bills. I don't have to worry about it. You handle the checkbook. Things that I just can't stand to do. You do those, and I appreciate that so much. I really do. But when it comes to, we're tight on finances right now, and I just get a little bit of anxiety. I get a little frustrated when I see a $300 credit card bill come.
Look at her response. That time she listened to you. Why? That time she cared. Why?
Because of my approach.
Exactly.
My tone.
You stayed connected with her. As long as you're connected with her, she'll listen. The minute you disengage, she disengages.
What kinds of activities do you suggest?
In teaching men how to bring attention, I don't want to focus just on bringing attention in their communication. I want to help them bring attention throughout the whole relationship. So I teach men how to bring attention through service, through giving, simple gifts, special gifts, through physical contact. Any way a man can let a woman know that he's thinking about them or he has their regard on them will help the woman feel more loved and connected. So I want you to ask her, what are things that you can do that would help her, show her that you love her?
Okay, honey, what can I do to show you that I love you and I'm thinking about you throughout the day?
We don't have any time together, so we need to really schedule that throughout the week. And maybe I do spend money because I'm not really getting much from you in the sense of, I don't know, maybe even if it's just a flower or something.
So Brett, is there research on love and marriage?
Surprisingly not, because there's never really been an understanding of love and attention. No one has really understood the effects that attention brings to a marriage. But the preliminary research that I'm doing is already showing a really positive response that above any other issue, above communication issues, above compatibility issues, it's really love or the free gift of our attention that makes a marriage happy and keeps them connected.